Hello and welcome back to The Independent Pianist. I'm your host, Cole Anderson, and today I really don't have anything to talk about in particular. I've been kind of overwhelmed with work and with just kind of keeping everything together in preparation for my concert coming up on November 5th. So I really didn't have any bandwidth for recording things or even really just thinking about a topic to discuss with everyone out there. So instead of just skipping another video, because I hate having to miss a post, I thought maybe I would just do a little free association kind of life update, what I've been doing, what I'm trying to do, how I'm preparing, how I'm doing, all that kind of stuff. So basically, yesterday, I did my first complete run-through of this concert program that I'm doing pretty soon. And it's a little bit unusual for me because I'm playing completely new repertoire. All these pieces are things, I have recorded them on the channel and talked about them and so forth, but they're things that I've never played in concert before. So I don't have to give it away what's on the program right now, but there's some pretty difficult repertoire, and I thought that I was a little further along than I actually am. So I played it through yesterday, and I found there were quite a few spots where I was stumbling or I was having trouble here and there. So yeah, that's a little discouraging. I think the reason why actually is just that I've been too distracted. Every day I've been having work. I've been doing collaborative work in which I go and I accompany people. I play for lessons, I play for recitals or competitions or what have you. And for that kind of work, when you're playing concerti accompaniments and maybe some sonatas and whatnot, that doesn't require that much practice time, thankfully. But it still requires a little bit, and just the investment in time and kind of energy when you have to go there, you have to sit, kind of have to be there for an hour or 2 hours, and you're still playing the piano even if it's not as intense as when you're playing solo repertoire. I'm noticing all that kind of takes its toll, and so just my reserves of energy have been kind of gradually depleting, and I don't usually get that much time to practice my own solo repertoire, so maybe I practice it for, maybe I get an hour or two, maybe on a good day, and that's been enough usually, but I think maybe because this repertoire is very difficult and it's, as I was saying, kind of new, maybe it hasn't really been enough, So yeah, I had a little bit of a freak out because I played through all this stuff and it was like not really ready, not at a level I'd want to be at to play a performance, This is also kind of unusual that my first run-through, my actual trial run-through, is only a week and a half, less than a week and a half before the actual performance. Usually I try to do a first run-through, if it's a new program, I try to do that, maybe a month before I have to perform it for the first time. So I really have time to kind of reflect and kind of make changes and so forth. So this is really kind of a last minute moment to be having problems and to be discovering them. 1 week is not very much time. Luckily, I think I see, what I have to do. I think I really have to take a stand here, give up a little bit of income and clear out my schedule over the next week and just really focus on what I need to do. So that's my plan. I'm planning between now and the concert, which is Sunday, November the 5th, 7:30 p.m. at San Francisco Conservatory of Music in the Hume Concert Hall, which is also going to be live streamed. I'm going to include the live stream link in the description box here so you can tune in. So anyway, I'm planning between now and then, I'm going to practice everything every day. I'm going to put a great deal of intense work in on this program. I need to really touch on everything every day, and I need to do some really intense work on some of the more demanding pieces. Even some of the easier, quote-unquote, easier things are going to require a little bit of effort just because, you take those things for granted a little bit, something which is not technically difficult, not technically advanced, you think, oh, well, I'll leave this till later. Let me focus on the hard stuff. And then you find that actually these things require some thought. They require some thought and some time. You have to really interact with this music in order to really bring it to life, to really bring out everything that you feel about it. It's not just enough to kind of wing it, you know. So yeah, I need to spend some time with the whole program, and I need to have time around it too, so that I can kind of just recharge a bit, because, you know, this semester has been really busy, school semester. I just started a new job at San Francisco Conservatory. I'm playing for the pre-college division, which is a great job. It's very enjoyable. There's a lot of very talented kids there in this prep program. I'm mainly playing with violinists, and you know, that's just a joy, of course. They're just so fun and so enjoyable to work with, and it's very stimulating. But it does mean that I've actually been getting more and more and more work just besides going on Saturdays and doing that, which usually takes, you know, a whole Saturday. I've also been getting more and more work around that, so my schedule has just been getting packed, which is a good thing, of course. It's good to be gainfully employed, in a matter of speaking, but it does take time away from the things that I'd really like to be focusing on. You know, this channel is really a labor of love. It's really what I enjoy doing, looking at this music, which is really close to my heart and which is really important. And I hope it, you know, makes a difference to people out there as well, to you, my viewers. I get the impression that it does for some people anyway, so I really want to continue doing it. And gradually I start to get a little bit more support, you know, through the channel. Not enough to stop doing all the other things that I do, unfortunately, but it gets better and better, and it's certainly helpful too. So I do appreciate everybody who takes the time to kind of support the channel, whether you do that through Patreon.com. I guess I might as well put my plug here, www.patreon.com/independent pianist. You can make monthly pledges. And yeah, so I mean, everyone who does that, you know, you're really helping. It really does help every month to have that little extra bit of money just to kind of help me to just make ends meet, you know, and kind of feel like I have a little bit more buffer room, so I can take some time to kind of keep doing this content and keep thinking about it. And yeah, and I'm sorry I've kind of fallen off a little bit. I feel like the past couple of weeks it's been a little rough. So I'm trying to find that balance where I can do everything that I want to do and, you know, still be successful, you know, financially solvent and so forth. So it's tricky. It's tricky. I mean, no one said being a musician was going to be a walk in the park, and it certainly isn't. Oftentimes I think, you know, maybe I should have done something else with my life. Maybe I should have done a career, you know, where you actually make steady money and then you can just enjoy music in your spare time. There's points to that, you know, really. And, but still, when things are really, really nice, and when I really get to experience special moments with the music, you know, in a great hall, for example, or when I'm practicing and it's particularly inspiring, I really don't regret it in those moments. So I guess it's all for the best, really, and everything has turned out better than you would hope for, than I would hope for. So that's to be. There's things to be thankful for, to be sure. So anyway, I feel like I'm wandering a little bit here. Let's see, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so concert prep. So yes, I'm going to have to put some really intense work in on all the pieces every day. And particularly, I'm going to have to do a lot of at-tempo run-throughs, because that's what I was finding. I was finding that I've been doing a little too much, actually. I've been doing actually a little too much kind of careful, slow practicing. Which has its place, but at a certain point you do have to condition yourself to feel really comfortable just playing through the repertoire, being able to go from start to finish without needing any time, without needing to redo things, without needing to, you know, stop. So you do have to push yourself a little bit, I find, kind of force yourself to get out there, so to speak, and just really play the music as you will in performance. You know, it uses a lot of energy, and you have to build up that stamina and that kind of reserve. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a lot of that, I think, over the next week. A lot of very intense, focused practice. So what else is there to talk about? Really, not much. I'm very thankful for everyone's support, whether you support the channel in a financial way, just watching the videos, you know, liking, subscribing, leaving comments. I really like it when people leave comments, because that really makes it feel like what I do is meaningful. So everyone who does that, to whatever degree you're able to, you know, it really means a lot to me. So I'm very lucky, I think, to have found this outlet to be able to reach a lot of people who I never would have met in a million years. Otherwise, it feels really very rewarding to share whatever knowledge and whatever talent I might possess. It's a very great experience. So again, thank you all for being there week after week. I'm not sure what I'm going to post next week, because, you know, I'm going to be kind of on tunnel vision. Maybe, I'm not sure, maybe I'll even record some of my practicing and just like put it up, probably with fairly terrible audio quality, but nonetheless, maybe someone will find that kind of interesting. You know, I might, if I have time, I might comment a little bit on what I'm doing in my practicing. It's not going to look like much except me like running through running through pieces at tempo, but still, it might be kind of interesting to see that. So yeah, until next week, please take care. You know, keep doing whatever you do with music, and I look forward to some more great musical topics after I finished this concert on November 5th. So again, that is November 5th, 7:30 p.m., the Hume Concert Hall at San Francisco Conservatory of Music, and it's going to be live streamed. You can check out the live stream link. It's in the description box. Maybe I'll also put it in a pinned comment too, to make it a little easier to see that. So thank you all. Till next time, take care.